So I'm just getting back from a walk/run, and I have to tell you that it was not easy. Now, since the quarantine happened, prior to that, we were going to the gym 3-4 times a week, going to the Y. We would do various things. My wife would do her Zumba. I would do my elliptical treadmill and do some weightlifting. But since the quarantine, I haven't had the desire or really the motivation to go out and go for a run. A few weeks ago, my cousin, who is a fitness trainer and really a motivator, started this online class that he was doing, so I started joining that. And as painful as it is, and he's taking it easy on us, as painful as it is, I was somewhat enjoying it, but what I was really enjoying most was the fact that he was doing it. He was motivating me and being challenged by him, and I just kept going. And my wife, of course, she's always a persistent encouragement, and so going for doing these things together are really helpful for me. She does Zumba maybe twice a day, every day other than Sunday, and I have to tell you, I have no desire to do Zumba. But I needed to do something. So over the past few days, I've been thinking, I'm like, I gotta do it. And so this morning, I made up my mind last night that I was gonna get up this morning and I'm gonna go for my walk, run, whatever I can do, because it's been a while since I've done anything. And of course, I go to my wife and say, hey, I'm about to go. She said, well, do you want me to go? I'm like, go if you want to. So we end up walk, run about 2 miles, just getting back. But there's a point as we're running, as we're making our trek, and every time we do run in this area, we kind of go through the same routes. And we get to this part of this area as we're walking and running. And whether going or coming, we have to go through this hill that on the bottom of it, all you can see is the top of the hill. You don't see what's on the other side of it. And so it is, it's not too, if you're a runner, and those of you who are, healthy and can do various things, and you come away from an exercise routine and you're like, man, that was great. God bless you, that ain't me. But as I go through, as we're coming up that hill, and all I can see is the top of the hill, two things happen. One or two things can happen, which usually happens for me. Depending on how much I put on my exercise. So I did a couple sprint just to get my heart rate up. But as I'm coming to the hill, those two things are, oh God, I can't make it. There's no way I'm gonna get up that hill. The second thing that usually happens for me is like, okay, you gotta take this hill, you gotta take this on. More often than not, I'm leaning on the second versus the first. And so here's the thing. Right now, we have been in this kind of routine, this new normal, for the past 2.5 months, almost 3 months now, that we are getting to a point where we say, I can't take this anymore, and I can't go on, and I can't do this, and I can't do that. Or you can say, okay, here's the hill upon me, and I can't see the other side. I can't see what it looks like, although I have some idea, or I have some hopes and dreams, but I really can't tell what it's going to be like. So we can either kind of camp at the bottom of the hill, or we can push ourselves, be challenged by it, and say, okay, I'm going to make it. I'm going to go as far, as fast as I can, as hard as I can to get to the other side of this. And so that was kind of my motivation. And every time, I get to the top of the hill and I am out of breath, or my knees or my calves are hurting because it is quiet. It is a very steep hill. And so, we don't like it, but it's part of the roadmap. And if we're gonna cover the miles or to the 2 miles that we want to do, we have to go through some hills. And that's really, from my direction, anywhere I go, I'm gonna have to deal with some hill. And maybe for us, is even as a people, even as Christians, the path that we are on requires that we travel up some hills. And sometimes it's not the hill, it's a mountain. Sometimes it's not the mountain, it's the desert. Sometimes it's not the desert, it's the river. Sometimes it's not the river, it's the storm. Sometimes whatever, you can go on. And so we can either camp at the bottom of the hill, camp at the base of our problem, camp at the base of our situation, or we can say, okay, let's go. Because in the same token, we can say, I can do all things through Christ. That includes that hill. So I hope this is a motivation. This is an expression or a challenge for you this morning to say, whatever's in front of you, keep your eyes on and keep moving, keep your legs going. Yeah, you'll get rest on the other side. And but for now, we just need to keep moving. All right? I hope this is a blessing to you. So family, I hope that you are having a great week. It is Tuesday here as I'm recording this, and I will do my best to do all the edit and know everything that I need to do to get that out to you later today or at the latest tomorrow, so that you perhaps are able to join us this Wednesday for our Bible study. And again, I can't tell you how much fun that we are having with this Bible study as we are having different interactions with one another. And so this week we're going to continue that question: can someone lose their salvation? And you'll be surprised. And so maybe you won't be surprised, because you're like, I know what I know, and there's nothing that can change my mind. And so I hope you can join us, and that's tomorrow night, Wednesday at 6 p.m. And I would love for you to be part of that. Of course, our Friday noon time prayer happens at 12 o'clock. One call will go out for both of these, and we'll look forward to having you join us. Now, there are a couple of things I'm thinking about. This weekend, I want to do something a little bit different because we are not in the norm of the world. We are not in the norm of what we were, where we were, and what we were doing. And so, as you know, I've shared this before. I'm struggling with kind of figure out how do we make our Sunday gathering, how do we make church different and more alive and more. And so we're going to do something different. I don't want you to be late, okay? So many of you have been able to join in at 9:30, get to talk with one another, joke around with one another. Sometimes it's hard because everybody's trying to talk at once, but would love for you to be able to pop in at 9:30, be part of that, say hello to everybody, and we are able to connect together. And my plan and my hope is that it will be a shorter service because I want to do something. I want to do something different, something a little bit unchurch-like, all right? But because we are the church, and so where two or three are gathered, that he is in our midst, and so we'll do something. And so I'm not going to tell you what it is, and so you just have to wait for it. We'll just prepare your mind to break from the norm, okay? Break from the norm. All right, so we're going to try to do something cool. Now, that's going to either happen. The one thing I want to do, though, it's probably either that Sunday or maybe the following Friday that I want to have a family game night or a game night for us adults. Now, every time we get together, for the past almost 3 months now, it has been surrounding or around the spiritual focus, or whether it's prayer or Bible study or a Sunday service. So I want to put together a game night. So it won't be this Friday. Let's plan for next Friday at 7 o'clock. We're going to do game night. So here's what I want you to do. We're going to have some games. We're going to play together. We're going to have it's going to be all on Zoom. The same information will go out for you. And I'll try to put that link and information on this video so that you'll watch it. Those of you who are watching it will have it right away. But we'll play some board games or some game activities that we can do remotely. And so I hope that you will plan to join us. So get your favorite snack, get your drink, and prop yourself to a screen or the front of a screen or a mobile device, and get ready to participate and have a good time together, all right? And so here's what I want you to do. Because it's going to be late night, what I want you to do is make sure when you are on, one, if you have video, please make sure your video is on. Second, if you are using video, don't put the light in front of in front of your camera, because I'm going to show you an example here. The sun is facing here. It's a beautiful daylight, but it's kind of hard to do this. Okay, I can't show you very much, but okay, just quickly, see how my face has darkened? And imagine it's nighttime and the light is coming towards the lens of the camera instead of if I turn myself around like this, so here I am getting some of the sunlight coming to this side of my face, but if I keep turning, see how much brighter and how much complete? And listen, this is not even, I'm not doing any color adjustment here. This is just kind of a pure aspect. And so what you want to do whenever you are on camera, so if you're sitting in front or the windows behind you, guess what? The lens of the camera is absorbing all the light. If you're sitting at nighttime and the lamp or the light is right next to you, it's what it's doing. It's kind of exposing itself on the light. So if you can see how much light that's here in the palm of my hand. And so what you want to do is have the light kind of behind the camera, so that it is showing in your face and it is kind of focusing through the lens of the camera. All right, so that's whether you are using a computer, a mobile device, or whatever, tablet, whatever you have. Just kind of be mindful of that every time we get on. If you, because a lot of time what I see is that people are facing their cameras in front of a window, and what happens, all we see is a silhouette of you, not seeing you. So we want to try to do this right. We want to try to get together and have some fun. And so next Friday we are going to do that. It's possibly that we might do some of that on Sunday, but ultimately next Friday I want to plan a full game night where we can come together and have a good time. All right, I hope you are blessed. Again, check in with one another, call, text, say, hey, what you doing? How are you doing? How can I pray for you? Or I'm praying for you. Please, let's do that now more than ever. To kind of wrap up here, it's what we need to really think about. What will you walk away, or how will you walk away from this? Once this is all over, once life as Corona, COVID-19, once that has changed or has stopped or has ceased to be a major issue, a major obstacle in your life, what will be different about you? So think about that, and we'd love to hear your feedback. So this video is always on YouTube. You can comment as you watch, you can text as you can email. So what is it that you're gonna take away from this experience that's gonna cause you to be different, cause you to be better, and seizing the opportunity? Because here's what we used to do. We used to put up, okay, I can always do that later. And what COVID-19 has done is saying, no, you can't. You don't have that much power. You don't have that much control. And so, we have to take what we can today, do what must be done. And that's a lesson for me to learn and to adapt. So what is it that you can do today that you've been putting up for tomorrow? So, hey, I'm wrapping this up. Thank you so much for watching, and keep watching and supporting the church. You can give online directly at stroudsburg.com/give. You can drop off your giving on Wednesdays from 3 to 5. Someone will be there to receive it, or you can mail it at 36 North 3rd Street, and the post office will make sure that it comes to our mailbox. All right, God bless you. Hope you are well. Hope you are continuing to keep your sanity and being safe. All right, look forward to worshiping, gathering together with you, whether it's through the Bible study or the Wednesday night prayer, or maybe even on Sunday. As always, we challenge you to bring and invite somebody to join you for our worship gathering. So again, this Sunday, just be ready for something a little bit different. All right, God bless.